Now on to another vocal Australian standing up for what they believe in, 78-year-old Di Hammond. She is no stranger to taking on a challenge. She absolutely loves it. They sometimes call them quiet Australians. Well, she is determined to be anything but and calls herself the campaigning granny. Di, thank you so much for joining me. At the moment, you are fired up about The Voice. Why do you want to say no?
Why? We don't have long enough for me to explain, but I experienced something earlier this week and it made me really, really sad. And I thought, well, I don't want to be intimidated and I want to be the voice for those that are intimidated, and I want to speak out and say what we're all saying, and that's no.
What happened, Di? You tried to host a function, did you?
Yeah, so I went around. I thought I was pretty safe because I joined one of your colleagues, Paul Murray, with Meet the Press, and I actually contacted this venue, and yes, they were happy to have me, and that was 3 weeks ago. And then I think it was Tuesday, I got this call to say, actually, and I really didn't get an answer. But anyway, I just said, well, look, I'm not upset. That's okay. So not to let it deter me, just made me more determined. So I put it in writing and thanked her for her time. So I went to another venue and got a beautiful young lady and events organiser, and she said, well, I have to run it past the manager. He's not in today, and I'll get back to you tomorrow. And I said, well, can you make it early, because I'm going for my medical. I have to get my truck licence renewed. So anyway, she was quite amused by that. So anyway, she rang the next day. She said, I'm sorry, Di. And I said, oh, don't worry, sweetheart, but I'm going to ask you something. Now, if you feel uncomfortable about it or if it may jeopardise your position, please don't. But can you get back to the manager and say, well, Di would like to know why? Why am I not welcome? Why are the citizens that want to find out more, the quiet little Australians want to know a bit more, and they're over being called names? And we're no racists, so can he please let me know? Anyway, so she said, I'll get back to you. I passed my truck licence. So she got back to me and she said, it's okay. It's okay. I went straight down and put the deposit on. I've got to pass around the collection at the meeting. But I said to her, look, honestly, this government is saying it's, free speech and there's no division, but we're being silenced. And
yeah,
I think I'm not a quiet voice.
No, you're definitely not. You think that they were nervous because you were on the no side. If you'd been the yes side, you'd think it would have been straight away, signed, sealed, delivered, have your function.
Well, I don't know about that. I'd like to give them the benefit of the doubt. And whether they feared for some sort of security risk. And I mean, I said it's really probably only going to be a room of old seniors, and we're not rowdy and we don't get drunk. And so I said, but no, it amazed me, and it was so sad. And I went the first refusal, and I cried, but I didn't cry for me. I cried for our nation and what's happening, and its heart's being ripped out. And he sits there, the office boy, Albo, and he says, and he doesn't have my respect. And he sits there and he says, well, you'll hear that in the next couple of nights. It's nation building. What on earth do you think we are? Honestly? What do you think generations have done in the past? Why we're admired throughout the world, why everybody wants to come and live here. They don't have a roof over their head, but they want to come and live here.
Where can people go if they want to come to your event?
Actually, I'd like to acknowledge the Lone Star Hotel. You know, that's such a good name, at Mermaid Beach. And it's on the 23rd of August, and I've already got some guests, high profile, from both sides of politics, which is wonderful.
Brilliantly said, Di. Thank you so much for joining me.
I love you, darling, and your dad's not missing in action while you walk this earth.
Oh, bless you. Thank you, Di. That's really beautiful. Thank you so much.